What's good, YouTube? And nobody in here yet but me, myself, and I. But I'm still gonna greet y'all like I normally do. Team Jackson, what the fuck is happening? We live and direct, man. I see some comments starting to come in now. We live. What's up, Jasmine Gandy? Ashley Marie McDonald. I wanted to do a live Q&A because, well, last time the comments were going fast like they are already. But last time we were celebrating a milestone. I think that was the 200,000 subscriber mark. This time, I'm celebrating another milestone. 600,000 on my Instagram. I went live earlier on there, but, you know, I know our live was pretty lit last time, and it seemed like it was cut short, even though it was like damn near 20 minutes. Give y'all opportunity to catch up on some questions. Yeah, y'all was like, all these damn comments. Thumbs up and all that, man. You know, let me know where you are commenting from. I'm really curious about you all. Like, I don't know my YouTube as well as I know my other platforms. I've been building Facebook and Instagram for the last 4 or 5 years, but YouTube is rather new to me as far as what I've been doing consistently. Oh, this is, I think it's called an Ovie. Use it to relax sometimes. What's up, Louisiana? I see y'all up in here. Jacksonville. Yeah, these comments going fast. Let me... Reconnecting. All right, are we back yet? It really ain't gonna take that long to do a Q&A this time because my shit going nice and dead. All right. Somebody said smile. I can see all the highlighted ones now. I don't know how they do that, but I can see the highlighted comments real easy. I'm just gonna start answering some. Azzy, how can I publish a book based on my past? I know it could be a hit. Get the self-publishing manual by Dan Pointer. That's a good one to check out. Let's see another one. Hey, how should a girl react to boys who holler at her? Says a little bit of Anna. Anna, that's a general ass. How I'm supposed to answer that? Okay, y'all. Y'all gotta come with some better questions now. But how should you react toward boys that holler at you? I don't know if you're saying boys as in they're too young for you, or you just surprised that somebody's hollering at you. You've never had a dude holler at you in your life. Do you want dudes to holler at you? Like, I have no idea what the context of that question is. Let's see. I'm slowing them down. Ask your questions. I'm slowing them down so I can see them. How often do I work out? Like, should I say like 5 times a week? Do you think a man can change if they were abusive? Yeah, he can change, but you shouldn't be there to find out. Fuck him. He abused you? Fuck him. Now, if this was in his past and he's gotten help and all that other stuff, that's a little different. I still would tread carefully. But if a man has ever abused you, physically or mentally, get the fuck out of there. Get out of there. That's not your battle to fight, and it's too high a price to pay to see that they'll win that battle. All right, let's go to the next one. Lovely C says, my boyfriend spend the night at his baby mama house to spend time with his child. What you think? What you think about that? It kind of hurts my feelings. That's what he told you? Oh man, see, look, it's already getting lit in here. It's already getting lit. That's bullshit. There's plenty of ways you can spend time with your child outside of spending the night with your child's mom. I don't really like the baby mama thing. But it's plenty of ways you can do that. You don't have to go spend the night there. You go get your child, you take him, unless he has zero custody or something like that. You go get your baby, you take your baby out for ice cream, you hang out, you spend time that way. I don't know any child's mom that's requiring for somebody to come and spend the night at their house in order to see the child. There's more spending time going on there than just between him and the child. All right, let's see. Somebody said no cursing. No can fucking do. If you got sensitive ears, this ain't the Q&A for you. Somebody, Yana 212 says, can a hoe settle down and be faithful? Yeah, I mean, plenty of people were hoes and they settled down. You know, can they settle down and be faithful? Sure, they can. Let's see. Tamara Vorobay says, oh, nice profile pic, Tamara. Like you in shape and everything. How do you handle forgiveness? I always say forgive and remember. Which means like you can forgive this shit for stinking, but that don't mean you have to step in it twice. You get what I'm saying? So forgiveness doesn't equate to second chances. And before you give anybody another chance, whether it's that person or whoever you deem worthy of it, you heal first. You know, but I think you do have to accept apologies you don't get in this life. That's just how it go. People will do you wrong. You ain't got to give them no reason to. But at the end of the day, you got to tie that loose end. You got to close that door shut for yourself and then move on. I think forgiveness is the first step to moving on. See, we got a brother in here. What's up, Wilhelm Talon? How does a dude deal with a woman that's a liar and a self-proclaimed thought? Why are you dealing with her? Why are you dealing? She's a liar and a self-proclaimed thought. So not only does she like thought around and have no regard for herself, but you also can't trust her. You gonna mess around and get that girl pregnant and be in for a world of trouble. Or get an STD or something. She gonna betray you, so she gonna set you up. I don't deal with lies. I don't care if you a thought. I don't care if you celibate. I don't care what you are. You a liar, I can't fuck with you. Robin Daniel says, dating police officers, good idea. I don't see why not, unless he kind of one of those corrupt ones. You can't judge nobody by their occupation. You know how many crooked pastors there are out here? Let's see, I'm scrolling down. I'm going to get to as many of y'all as I possibly can, man. Let's see. What up, Misha and Nefertiti Smith? I feel like I've seen you in here before. All right, Angela McCrafty, 14, says, so what do you do when a man offers to pay for something for you, then a week later he wants to come get his money back? I deleted him from my phone. Context really matters here, man. I can't imagine. If he gave you the money, not a loan, anything like that, he gave you the money, and because things didn't work out, he got petty and said, I want my money back, fuck him. Fuck him. Now, some people would say give him the money back just to be done with him. You can do that. That would be boss as hell. But you don't owe him shit. So fuck him. That's what I say. That's what I say. Let's see. So why does it keep... Oh, I guess I'm kind of late. Hold on. Let me skip all the way down to the most recent ones. Boom. Would I date a girl 10 years younger than me? Me personally? Nah. Not likely. Not if she was like any of the girls I've ever met whenever I was 10 years younger. Hold on. No, hell no. Like, I'm thinking hypothetically of like at any point in time. I'm 28 years old. Would I date an 18-year-old? Fuck no. It can work though. 10 years difference can work, you know, if you find somebody mentally on that level. How do I feel? Let me see. So why is the live chat going so fast? Because we lit! That's why it's going so fast. Oh, man. Hold on. Say hi. What's up, Marissa? Tishelle Tobias. Why do men stand women up? Why does anybody stand anybody up? They clearly didn't want to go in the first place. Didn't have a high value on you being there. It's one of those things where, shit, if dude stands you up, you supposed to meet him for dinner. Man, get you a drink or two. You know, accept a drink or two from a guy that wants, even if he's late, go ahead and accept a drink from another dude. Start up a whole nother conversation. Move on immediately. 15 minutes. He's late 15 minutes. You ain't heard from him. Fuck him. Move on that night. Go out and have a good time. You already done got good looking and dressed up and shit. Let's see. Chantel asks, why do men hurt you and want to be your friend? You're dating others. Go on. Why be friends with an ex? Usually dudes do that to try to keep that door open, that bridge unburned. Let's see here. Kella Berry says, how do you deal with a guy who doesn't want a title with you, but doesn't want to allow you to be single either? Again, don't deal with him. You got to get the fuck up out of there. There's no blurred line. vague space people want you to be in where they can get what they want, but it ain't got to have no structure to where they can't have other things. They don't have to protect your heart in the process of getting your body. Typically, that's whenever a guy doesn't want a label, doesn't want any structure. I got a couple videos on that, so I ain't gonna go too hard on it. I see a highlighted one from Smile. Y-Town, Ohio says, should couples keep old date profiles? If you're talking about like those dating apps, I just talked about this earlier. What do you like? Is that what you're talking about? Dating apps? I would advise against it. It's like, if you full, all right, you're satisfied. You don't still look in the fridge for more food. You're not looking in the fridge for more food. And if you keeping dating apps while you're supposed to be love-wise full, clearly you're not as full, and clearly you want something else to eat, so to speak. So no, I wouldn't advise doing that. All right. Would I date a woman? Shayla McCullum says, would I date a woman with 6 kids? At this age, at 28, 6 kids may be a little much, but, I don't know how old you're talking. If you're talking like 35, 40, by that time a woman done did some living, depending on her situation though, because if she was in a relationship or in a couple relationships, if everything's civil, the 6 kids ain't really gonna bother me. But I'm still in my 20s, so most people my age got 2 or 3 at most. Let's see here. Ingrid, thank you for that compliment, Ingrid. Stephanie Pinkleton says, thoughts on karma from messing with married men. Look, the seeds you plant, one day you will, reap a harvest. You will, what they call it, you will reap what you sow. So I advise you, man, if you know better, it's time to do better. You clearly are even thinking about karma. That's not your man, and you wouldn't want nobody doing that to your man, your husband. So if you dating a married man and you're knowingly doing it, you're trifling. Stop it. It's not cool. He ain't shit, and neither are you. To keep it G with you. All right, let's see here. Find some Jamil at Vancouver. Y'all got some weird ass YouTube handles, man. Says, hi. What motivates you to get up in the morning? What brings you the most joy? What frustrates you? Okay, you asking way too many damn questions, but I guess if you got to get them all out, you're gonna get them all out right now. What motivates me? The fact that I have a daughter, for one, is the biggest thing now. I have a legacy to live, a legacy to leave. I have a life to create for her. I have an example to set. That's the biggest motivation at this point. Secondly, I want to show my mom that all her hard work was worth it. All her sacrifices were not in vain. That was the motivation before my daughter was born. Thirdly, man, it's just I feel worth less if I'm not giving something to the world. So y'all are essentially the world, the public, are my motivation of getting up every day. Otherwise, I really don't feel like much of a good person. I know it's corny as hell. I get it, but that's really it. I've been in a space in my life where I wasn't giving to people, wasn't providing value, and I felt like shit every day. I've never been so mentally, emotionally in a good, strong place since I started doing what I'm doing now. Regina Milton says, how do you forgive your man for just up and leaving you while you are pregnant but then wants to come back? It's not even about forgiveness at that point. You got to be practical. His resume don't look good. When you hire somebody for a job, if their resume look like shit, they just up and left their last job, no call, no show, you shouldn't hire them because they're probably going to do the same thing to you. He's the same man that did the exact same thing to you. He could likely do it again. And if he did it while you was pregnant, he ain't got no regard for you. All right, Azzy Sissoko says, I got a great one, and put that in all caps, so I guess she really meant it. I'm going through a divorce. How do I get over my ex-husband who beat me and walked out on me when I was 5 months pregnant and molested my son? Whoa, that's dark. How do I stop being so angry? That is a great one. The first, really, whatever degree you got hurt, that's going to change. That's going to determine how long it's going to take for you to get over that. right? But the method is the same. You have to take time, and not just time. You have to take actionable steps. So like wherever he hurt you, whatever area, let's see what he said, beat you, walked out on you whenever you was 5 months pregnant and molested your son. Like, it ain't even about you anymore. Damn, that's heavy. Because now you got a whole child in the mix and their mental health is on the line. I say seek professional help. That's some pretty dramatic stuff that you've been through. Seek professional help and don't get into anything else romantically for a while until you know that you can believe in men again. Okay? Reinvest that love you was given to your husband back into you. And after that, let time and professional help do its work. Let's skip down a little bit. Let's see here. Shaquina Moore. What's good, Shaquina? Damn, we've been on this shit 16 minutes. Says, if a man's friends are shit, should I not trust him? He seems to be a good guy, but birds of a feather flock together, so I'm a little nervous about it. It depends. This is what it depends on. How close are he and his friends? Do they go out? Do they do everything together? Does he get advice from them? When he talks about them, like in what context is it? Is it like, yeah, my boy, he's the shit and he's out here doing girls wrong and he's out here not taking care of his kids? Or is he like, you know, I got a homie, we've been down for a while. He got some ways I ain't really comfortable with, but I know he loyal to me. We ain't never had no issue. You know, and I need somebody, he always there for me. Is it like that? Like the context of their relationship matters. Because sometimes you'll come across a guy and he got shit friends, but they're in the process of growing apart, you know? So that's a big thing to pay attention to. It's not just how his friends live versus him, because that relationship could be evolving or regressing. Let's go on to the next one. Emerald Porter says, hey, I know we lit, but I need your advice. You just waste your opportunity right there. I don't see all of these, but I saw yours, and that's what you chose to use your opportunity to say. LaQuisha Dan says, do you think it's okay for a man to talk about his past relationship? Yeah, why not? As long as he doesn't dwell on it and go on and on about it and continuously bring it up whenever you ain't say shit about it. You ain't ask him nothing about it. Same thing for a woman. You don't want to dwell on the past, but you do want to learn from it. You got to use those experiences. It affected you. You shouldn't have to hide that. Somebody want to love you, they got to love you in everything that made you who you are. Kayla Williams says, what is your biggest turnoffs? Drama. Gossip, tea, all that shit. That's not me. That's not my style. I don't think people go very far in life whenever they indulge in drama, try to bring drama. The people I know that I've seen in real life that have been about drama, they struggling in life and I don't want to struggle with them. Keep that negative energy over there. That's probably my biggest turnoff. All right. Somebody said, what's a good dating app? One of them that makes you pay. I don't have much experience, but I have heard good things about those, the ones that makes you pay. Somebody says, Toya, Michelle says, is it okay for a man to cheat because he has a girl and not a wife, like a girlfriend, not a wife? If that man told you he would be committed, it's not good for him to go against that. If it's an open relationship or whatever that bullshit people doing these days, that's different. But it don't matter if married, fiance, relationship, or just fucking. If he told you it was you and only you, he should not be going outside of that union, whatever you want to call it. Can a man be in love with his ex? Yes, says Miss Imperfect. Mila Johnson says, how do you deal with an ex that tries to slander your character among mutual friends? If they're really friends, right? And I know they're mutual friends, but if they're really mutual friends, they should know you better than whatever it is that person is saying. That's for anybody trying to slander you, period. You know, I got people trying to slander me. Y'all see it just like I see it. And like I said about the drama thing, they tend to struggle in life because what they put out, they get back. And it's all negativity. It's all bullshit. You focus on you, your glow up, what you have going on. You can't even really, these days, you probably shouldn't even take a whole lot of time to defend yourself. Because people will try to do that. Your ex will try to do that. Your enemies will try to do that. Bait you into battles to get you to defend yourself and clear up their lies about you. It's just another way to dictate your energy so that it's focused on them. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. If you catch yourself, stop it. Get back on your glow up. Your real mutual friends will be there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going through. Looking for some more questions, man. Got about 2 more minutes. I'll keep doing this. Elna Smith says, I hate this live chat, LOL. It hates you too, Elena. Fucking with you. Answer my question now. If you aren't feeling someone and he is a great guy, can he grow on you or keep it moving? Can he grow on you? Yes, people can grow on you. But I think it's fair to be honest with him about how you're not feeling him. And that sounds harsh, but it's going to come across in your actions. And if it doesn't, you're just being fake. And then what happens if he never grows on you? Now you got this dude that's been talking to you, investing in, oh, she really digging me. She always want to go out with me. She talked to me all the time, but you was never feeling him, and he never actually grows on to you. Stop thinking that you have to be with a guy out of moral obligation because he's a great person, he has good character and all of that. If you're not romantically drawn to him, you're not romantically drawn to him. You're not doing any immoral thing by passing on the guy who's just a decent person. You're not romantically drawn to him. Let another woman who is have him. That's somebody else's blessing. It ain't yours. You know, so I say he can grow on you, but if it ain't organically through regular friendship with no expectations, I wouldn't advise to even try to force it. That's because that's what you're doing, forcing it. Mm-hmm. Renessa Harding says, what's up with guys wanting a woman to be 100% submissive? I don't like the submissive thing, me personally. I just feel like mutual respect solves all of that, you know? And if you have mutual respect, both people play to their strengths. There's going to be some situations where you need to take the lead as a woman. There's going to be some situations where he's making the irresponsible call or would make the irresponsible call. Vice versa, there's some situations where he could take the lead, you know? But I think it's about complementing energy. So if he's a guy that wants 100% submissive woman and you're not, you need to go ahead and move it along because you don't need to be trying to change yourself for anybody. Somebody who, you know, will fit with you just the way that you are. Somebody will fit with you just the way that you are. Somebody says submission is a Christian principle. I guess so. Okay. Jeanette N.A. says, should I continue a 3-year relationship with a family man who does not take me to any family events, even though I know his family? That's kind of vague. I mean, there's so many more important factors if you know his family. If you've ever met his family, you're just pissed that you're not going to the events with him. BB Star says, how do I deal with a disrespectful baby mother? Through the mutual contact. I mean, you know, she gonna disrespect as long as your man allows it. That ain't for you to handle. That's on the other side of him. You need to mediate with him, and he needs to be the one to set the tone for respect so that you get the respect that you deserve. Somebody says, let me see what the name is. Jamil Advanka. Oh, I already read one from you, but shit, it's short, so I'll read it again. What frustrates you the most? Fake shit being praised. Fake shit being praised. Bullshit being promoted and praised. That's what. All right. I'll do one more. Maybe 1 or 2. I got a lot of questions, man. All right. Got one from a brother here. Franklin Grant, what's up? Brother man, Action Jackson. Question. Lady I'm dating loves your videos, but tests me as if I'm one of the bad guys you speak of. I'm a Jackson advocate. Do some women love to start stuff? Yeah, some women do love to start shit. And the thing about my messages is it's like, there's always context to it. So if she's misinterpreting the context, that may be a conversation that you have an opportunity to have and say, look, what he's saying applies 100%, just not to me and you. And this is why. That's how I would start the conversation. You know, it's like y'all can watch them together. Y'all can read books together. You know, I can't be the only one that she's listening to. So I think that's an opportunity for you to have a conversation. If you say you're an advocate, but regardless if you were or not, you should be able to contextualize what I'm saying versus how it would apply to you or would not apply to you. You know what I mean? And if y'all just aren't on the same page, y'all just aren't on the same page. One more. Somebody says, what do I think? SBB, what do you think about guys that gossip about women? Worse than fucking women, like that gossip, worse than little ass 13-year-old girls. Last one, Jasmine Reynolds. Somebody also recommended hers. How can I gain my man's trust back after I messed up? That's Jasmine Reynolds. This is the last one, y'all. So the same way somebody would have to earn your trust back. One, respect the fact that whatever you did damaged them in a way you can't dictate for them to feel. All right? So you can't tell him it's time for you to take me back. It's time for you to forgive or get over it. Be sensitive to the fact that they're hurt, you caused damage, and that's a consequence of it that you may not get a second chance. The second thing is to give them the kind of space and time that they ask for. They want to get away from you. You don't get to say, oh, you don't get to guilt trip them for not giving you a second chance immediately or not wanting to move on immediately. But once they say that they want to move on, once he says that he wants to trust you again, you need to articulate like, what's the tangible steps I need to take then? The ball is in his court if you effed up. The ball is in his court. So the same way somebody would have to earn your trust back a whole lot of time, respect to what it is that you did wrong, regard for it, and you showing and proving that you're about something different and you won't do that anymore. That's the same way, that's the same thing it's gonna take for you to earn that man trust back. And just, also be mindful of the fact you may never earn it back. And that's just a consequence of fucking up. So that's it for this live Q&A. Thank you guys for joining me. We got to do this more often, man. I'll figure out a format or a way to do it. Maybe I'll start a whole nother YouTube channel just for these. But anyway, y'all be cool. I love y'all, man. Thank you guys for supporting me. I'm deeply humbled and grateful for your continued support. We growing fast as hell. And it's amazing, man. It's amazing. Like, I thought the real shit was out of style, but y'all proving that it's not. So I'll let y'all later. Peace.